There are no vegan rapists in the prisons of the world. You go find me a vegan rapist. I'd love to hear about a story. I'll show you prisons around the world full of meat, dairy, and egg-eating rapists and child molesters and murderers and people that rob and steal. In fact, I'll even take it a step further when we talk about health. Go find me a hospital with a bunch of sick vegans in it. I'll show you hospitals full of people with heart disease, cancers, diabetes, osteoporosis, kidney problems, etc., all stemming from animal protein, the main cause of every major disease on this planet.
Welcome to the Cannabis Vegan. I'm Jason Logic. On today's show, we're going to be looking at the first ever, absolutely amazing Cannabis Health Summit of 2016, as well as diving in a little deeper with new technology and vaporizers, and a little bit on Steve D'Angelo. This and more on the Cannabis Vegan.
You have clothes on, and I notice that you have a cell phone and you have a computer. It is unfair to pick one thing that lions do that you want to mimic when you don't want to mimic anything else they do. When lions walk up and greet each other, they sniff each other's ass. When I came in this room, you did not kneel down and sniff my ass.
It's the Cannabis, it's the Cannabis, it's the Cannabis, and you can't handle us. Cannabis energy drinks, coolest ways anyway. www.cannabisenergydrink.com. Go get your cannabis drink.
Well, guys, here we go again. An amazing follow-up to last year's discoveries of 2015. And we're basically 3 minutes away from being able to really look at the future, the first time, the first aspect of what the Cannabis Summit really has to offer, and of course what everybody all over the world has to offer. As we are all making big progresses, big changes in technology, in health, and in the earth itself. At the moment, guys, I'm going to sit back for these last few seconds, these last few minutes, I should say, and I'm going to enjoy my vaporization bag myself here, guys. I'm sipping on a little bit of Hawaiian Haze today. I encourage you guys to check that out. It's a very, very, very good strain for more of a 50-50 type blend of a CBN and a CBG, actually. It's more of a landrace strain, but it's got a little bit of a mixtures of some Cinderella 99 and some other things in there. I'll break that down for you guys later, but let's just go ahead and enjoy some piece of some Cannabis Vegan. Absolutely amazing, guys. About a minute left before we begin the first ever Cannabis Health Summit. Very excited to look forward to the future as we continue to have so many breakthroughs in through normal realities of cannabis and of course through scientific. Me being one of the highest end cannabis vegans that I know that has really developed so much into the plant and look forward to meeting others. Please guys, do your homework and participate. Harborside Health Center has so much that they have offered and showed us all. So let's give thanks to Steve D'Angelo and so many more. Thank you guys. From the Cannabis Vegan and the Cannabis Vegan Society. Peace, love, and greens.
Just kidding. All right, welcome back. Max Simon here, and we have this incredible opportunity to showcase some products that we're not only very fond of here, but are better for you, more effective, and definitely more enjoyable. So it's a great honor and a privilege to welcome my buddy Sabo from Vape Exhale on stage to do a demo of what I think is one of the coolest products, well, in cannabis right now. So welcome Sabo to the stage.
Thank you, Max. All right, hi everyone. Before I begin, I thought I'd ask a couple questions just before we begin. So I wanted to know, just a show of hands, how many of you enjoy consuming cannabis but do not like the smoking aspect of it? All right, so how many of you have tried vaporization but just didn't think vaporization was either as enjoyable or as good of an experience as smoking? Okay, great. So I wanted to ask those questions because we have a product that is designed to help you in this area. My name is Sabo Shen. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Vape Exhale, and we are here to show off the Vape Exhale Evo. This vaporizer is designed for three purposes: for maximum flavor, maximum potency, and also to provide the cleanest air path of any vaporizer on the market. So as I was saying, we designed this vaporizer for someone like myself. I'm a very health-conscious individual. You know, I eat very healthy. I work out several times a week at 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu. Shout out to Joe Rogan, Eddie Bravo, Denny Prokopos, and Adam Saknoff, my black belt teachers. And one of the things that I really realized was, for me, it was really hard to stay on a very strict diet. So when designing the Vape Exhale Evo, not only did we want it to be a better experience than smoking, but we wanted it to be more enjoyable as well, so that it would be easy for someone to be healthy with their cannabis consumption habits. So before I get into what really makes this device work so well, I wanted to point out that it works for both flowers and oils. As a matter of fact, we won our very first cannabis cup with our flower attachment, and then our second cannabis cup with our oil attachment. So while this is a premium priced product, it is a product that is best in class in both, and that's where you'll see a lot of the benefits and the return on your investment outside of just your health. So at this point, you might be wondering, you know, what makes the Vape Exhale Evo so special? And what I wanted to talk about was some of our patented technology. So we are actually the first company to utilize an all-glass heater core and air path. And the reason why we use all glass is because glass is inert and non-reactive. And on top of being a very safe material to use, because it doesn't taint the flavor of the medicine that you put in, you know, you get to taste the full flavor profile, terpenes, and flavonoids of your favorite medicine. In addition to that, we put a lot of our R&D into the efficiency of the extraction of the cannabinoids. Why that is important is, anecdotally, our customers are telling us that they're only using about a third of the amount that they normally utilize to get the same medication effect. Our theory is that by providing a more concentrated inhalation of the cannabinoids, your body feels an intensification of the effect. These are anecdotal stories. We would like to do more studies on it because we do feel that the way the cannabinoids interact with your body, if we understand that at a deeper level, we could control the type of medication effect that you get. So the last thing that really makes the Evo stand out is that we utilize these types of mouthpieces. We call them hydrotubes, and they're moisture-conditioned mouthpieces. And while vapor is much smoother than smoke, it still is dry heat and it can dry out your throat. So we have heard from various patients that many times when they're inhaling their cannabis, sometimes their throat gives out before they get the right medication effect. So we just wanted to give them a smoother delivery system. On top of that is, as you can see here, we have 2 different mouthpieces. We actually have a total of 5 different mouthpieces on our website, and they offer varying levels of diffusion. And what the diffusion does is it smooths out the vapor, makes it much smoother as you're inhaling, but it also takes out flavor. So depending on what type of strain you have, you could choose for a mouthpiece with more flavor, less diffusion, or if you have something really potent but doesn't have a lot of flavonoids or terpenes, you might choose something that diffuses it and makes it smoother. So now that I've told you a little bit about the Evo, why don't I just do a quick demonstration so you can see how it works. So for the flower attachment, we utilize what we call this herb basket. It's made of stainless steel, and it's a 2-piece part, and you simply take off the cap. And I have pre-shredded some OG Kush here that I got from Harborside. And what you'll simply do is put in 2 scoops. Once the scoops are in, you'll put it on the cap onto the device, and you'll put the repository into the top of the Evo. Now, if you own your own water pipe at home, you simply turn this around, and you can put it into your existing water pipe as well. It's a really modular system. But for today, we will use our honeycomb hydrotube, which is one of my favorites. So if anyone's ever done meditation, yoga, or any sports, what I always tell people is just to take a really deep inhalation. It's going to be super smooth. Just watch this demo. Whew, I needed that. That was awesome. So, that is how the flower attachment works. As you see, it was very simple and easy to use. And now I'd like to show you how our oil attachment works. So what makes our oil attachment much different than what's on the market is that we're using convective technology to create the vapor. Whether you utilize an e-cigarette or an electric nail or a torch in a nail, that is called conductive vaporization, and that is more analogous to frying or grilling your food. One side cooks a lot quicker than the other. Our device is more like putting your concentrates into a convection oven. We use the hot air generated by this all-glass heater core to sublimate this into a vapor. And what happens is, with this more gentle, thorough extraction methodology, is that you get a tastier vapor, cleaner vapor, and you use much less. So if anyone could see how much I'm putting right on here, this would normally be maybe a 2 to 4 second dab on a nail. I'll show you how long it lasts through the Evo. So once you put it in, it'll take roughly 5 seconds for the oil to sublimate and turn into a vapor. I'm going to use our HydroCirc. It has smaller air volume, so it gives a bit of a stronger flavor. And here we go. And that's how, excuse me, and that's how the Vape Exhale Evo works. We're offering discounts. Please visit our booth, our virtual trade booth, in the greenhouse or the Green Flower Media showroom. I'm sorry, that was a bit stronger than I thought. But it also shows the efficacy of the device. If you don't make it to our booth, just use the code GREENFLOWER. It'll take 15% off the purchase price. And thank you very much for watching.
Imagine a world we could live in, planting seeds in the minds of our children. Plant these trees and grow our solution. Hemp can heal the world. Imagine a world we could live in, planting seeds in the minds of our children. Plant these trees and grow our solution. Hemp can save the world.
You put a 2-year-old child in a crib with a bunny rabbit and an apple? Let me know when the child eats the bunny rabbit and plays with the apple. cell phone, your computer. It is unfair to pick one thing the lions do that you want to mimic when you don't want to mimic anything else they do. When lions walk up and greet each other, they sniff each other's ass. When I came in this room, you did not kneel down and sniff my ass.